Hi all of my lovely friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Mel and I am a medium and an energy healer. On this channel we talk all things spirituality, mediumship, psychic, tarot, Reiki, energy healing. So if that's something that you're interested in, remember to subscribe and click like. In today's video, I want to do my Medium Monday segment that I haven't done in a while, and I want to talk about letting spirit take the lead, and I'm going to take you into my reading and what happened. Let's go. So I was doing a reading with another medium, and I like to do that often just as a way to keep my mediumship abilities going, keep them charged, and to just get feedback from another medium on how I give the reading, what she thought about it or what he thought about it, and how the reading went. I just love to keep going with my mediumship. Even though I'm a professional medium, I like to keep practicing with others, and I like to keep doing that exchange so that I'm still using my muscles, because mediumship is a muscle. I keep using that to keep that flow going, and I like the feedback so I can give the best to my clients. So I was in a reading with another medium, and I said, okay, I'll go first. I like to go first just to kind of get it out of the way, but sometimes I already have the information coming to me. So I had gone first, and what I wanted to talk about is allowing spirit to take the lead. So when you're in a mediumship reading, you expect it to be a family member in spirit giving information to your client. In my case, to my other medium who was practicing with me. So you expect that family member to come forward, to give evidence of their life, to talk about things that only they know, or maybe memories that only they know for the client. So this reading started off that way. I connected with a small child. And so I'm like, okay, I have a small child here, and I'm giving a description of how old I feel she is and some information. And then all of a sudden, everything kind of stopped. And I felt as if I wasn't getting anything. And of course, when you're in that situation, oh my gosh, I don't want to look like a fool. And so my first thought was, oh my gosh, what do I do? Nothing's coming. I have this other medium who's amazing staring at me, looking at me, and nothing's happening, nothing's coming. So what I did was I said, okay, Spirit, I'm going to let you take the lead. And that's what I wanted to talk about in this Medium Monday is letting Spirit take the lead. Spirit knows what's best for your client, or in my case, the other medium I was practicing with. Spirit knows what they need. Spirit knows what's best. So one of the sessions that I offer through my theta healing techniques is future reading. So I can read into your most optimal timeline in the future. And I felt this shift within me. And then the little girl started talking to me again. And I realized that this little girl has not been born yet. And so, of course, I'm here to practice my mediumship. I'm here to give a mediumship reading from someone who has passed and someone that my client has lost that's in the spirit world. And when this baby came through and I realized that this was a future reading, I almost wanted to cut the reading off and say, okay, well, I'm not getting anything mediumistically, but I allowed spirit to take the lead. I allowed them to tell me what my client, this other medium, needed in that moment. So I'm so glad that I had allowed Spirit to take the lead, and I am just the messenger giving the messages. So I explained to her that I wasn't getting anything mediumistically. I wasn't receiving information from somebody that had passed, but I was receiving information about a future timeline. Now, my future readings, I go to your most optimal timeline. I don't facilitate the idea of drama or, am I going to be a millionaire? Is this man going to be in my life? Is this woman going to be in my life? I don't facilitate that because I want to reach to your highest and best timeline. So when I'm giving my clients their future reading, it's their highest and best. So I explained to her that I wasn't connecting to somebody who had passed away, but I was connecting to something in the future. And I asked her if she was okay to keep going with this session, even though it was supposed to be a mediumship reading. And she said, yes, absolutely. I would love to hear this information. So the first thing that happens is that I feel feverish. I feel hot, super hot, really quickly. And then I have an image in my mind of somebody very, very sickly, and then a knowing of scarlet fever. And I said, okay, I'm getting the name Scarlet. And she immediately knew what that was. So she also feels a scarlet, a child in heaven waiting to come to her. So that information, even though it hadn't happened, even though she hasn't had the child, the future reading I was giving her resonated immediately with that name. So I went with the name, and then I started giving her information about what this little girl was telling me, what she was showing me, how just freaking adorable she was with a cute little piece of hair in a bow. It was just so sweet and so beautiful. And it made my client's entire day. She expected to come to a mediumship reading, and she left with a future reading that she really, really needed to hear in that moment. So my lovely friends, I just want to say again that if you're in a reading and Spirit is trying to take you into a different direction, if they're trying to give you information that isn't mediumistic or doesn't feel like somebody who's passed away from Spirit, go with it. Allow it to come. Spirit knows what is best for that person sitting across from you. Spirit knows what they need to hear most in that moment. And it might not be a mediumistic reading. It might not be somebody who has passed that they've lost that needs to come forward in that specific moment. So allow your heart to be open. Allow your mind to be open. When those instances come up, tell your client, look, this is what I'm getting. I'm not picking up mediumistic information, but I'm getting this. And I know that Spirit always has your highest and best good in mind. So would you mind if we move this mediumship reading to the side? We can try to come back to it. But I want to go forward with what Spirit is giving me now, because I know that this is something you need to hear. And I've never come across a client who has said, no way. They've all been very happy to receive whatever Spirit wants to send them in that specific moment. Something else I wanted to touch on is that this child hadn't even been born yet. Her mom, who is also a medium, has already felt the presence of this little girl and has already known about her and had already picked out a name in case she had a little girl. So something I want to point out is that this child hadn't been born yet, but I was still able to connect with her because we are all souls. We are all souls waiting to come to earth. We are all souls who have passed from here and go into heaven, go into source, go into the universe, however you prefer to call it. So those energies there, those family members there, even if they haven't been born yet, are still there waiting to give messages. How amazing is that? To just think about this beautiful little girl who hasn't been born yet was able to come through and give messages to her mommy. So amazing. Thank you all so much for watching this video, for subscribing to the channel and clicking like to help that YouTube algorithm reach these videos to those who need to find them the most. I hope you enjoyed this Medium Monday, where I like to dive into my readings to give you guys the behind the scenes of what happens. Also in the description below is my link tree where you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and where you can join my group Spirit Speaks that I have with another medium friend, where you can practice your mediumship abilities, psychic, tarot, Reiki, and you can have a safe space, a safe community to practice in judgment-free. As always, my lovely friends, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.